Hello everyone, today we will be discussing the remaining problems of exercise 13.1 of chapter number 13, limits and derivatives. So the first question which you are dealing with is 13th one, limit x tends to 0 sin ax by bx. So here you have to evaluate the limit. For that we can use the result, since you can see that it is a sine term and it has a denominator containing that angles x. We can use this result. But in order to use this result, that is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is equal to 1, what we have to make is whatever angle we are using here should be in the denominator also. Then only we can apply again this one. Then only we can apply the result. Okay. For that, what we are doing for this question, we are just dividing and multiplying with the same term, that is ax. Why ax? Because the angle of sine is ax. Okay. So we are just multiplying and dividing with ax. This becomes sin ax by ax into ax, and you have another term which is bx already in the question given. Okay. Now this x and x get cancelled, and a by b is a constant. You can take it out from the limit, because again according to the property limit x tends to 0 lambda fx you have, lambda can be taken out and remaining limit can be applied to the function. Likewise you are having this one. Again the angle is ax, in the denominator also ax, but here it is x tends to 0. But we know that when x is tending to 0, anything multiplied with x will also tend to 0. So x tends to 0 is okay here because ax is also tending to 0, or else you can just make it as ax tends to 0 also. Now you can apply the result, which will give you a by b into 1. And just write that why you have written this, that is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is equal to 1. Therefore we have applied this result here, hence you are getting the answer to be a by b for the given limit. Now question number 14 is limit x tends to 0 sin ax by sin bx, where a and b are not equal to 0. Now for this, again you have sin ax means in the denominator, if you are getting the same angle here, you can apply the result. Again you have one more term which is sin bx in the denominator, that means its denominator should have a term like bx. Okay, so what we are doing is we are writing as limit x tends to 0 sin ax by, we are just multiplying and dividing with ax here, into, this is 1 by sin bx. Again we are multiplying and dividing with bx for sin bx denominator and numerator. Okay. Now you can just see this and this can be applied the limit, and this x get cancelled, so that the remaining part, that is a constant, is a by b, that you can take out. Now limit x tends to 0 sin ax by ax, and you have into 1 by sin bx by bx. Now just remember that if you have a denominator term and the limit here in common, you can just give the limit to both the terms separately. So here you can write a by b into limit x tends to 0 sin ax by ax into 1 by limit x tends to 0 sin bx by bx. Now this is 1, again this is 1. Okay. Again here if you want, you can make it as ax tends to 0 and this is bx tends to 0. If x tends to 0, ax is also tending to 0, bx is also tending to 0, this implies. Okay, so that doesn't matter if you change or not. So here you have a by b into, this will give you 1 into, again this is 1 by 1. So you are getting a by b as the answer. Now remember to write the reason whenever you are applying the result. Wherever you are applying, you have to just mention the result. So using this result, you have got this. Okay. Question number 15 is limit x tends to pi sin of pi minus x divided by pi into pi minus x. So here if you replace x with pi directly in direct method, what you will get, sin 0, which is 0, by here you will get pi into again 0. So this is of 0 by 0 form, right? Now when it is 0 by 0 form, you have to replace it with something like that. We can say that you can use limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. You know that it is 1. That means whatever you have here, that is actually here, right? But the limit is not tending to 0. So the first purpose is to make the limit tend to 0. Now how? We will just see if x is tending to pi, if I take pi to the other side, or I can say that if I am subtracting pi on both sides, I will get like this. That means x minus pi will tend to 0, right? So I will just take this as a variable so that tend to 0. So I am just putting y, some other variable, as x minus pi so that it will tend to 0, and replace here also with the value. Okay. So first process is put x minus pi is equal to pi y. Okay. Then as x tends to pi, what will happen? Y tends to 0. That means you can change the limit as y tends to 0. Limit y tends to 0, sine of, here what is you are having pi minus x, and here you have put x minus y as, sorry, x minus pi as y. So you will get pi minus x, what you will get pi minus x as, it will be negative y. Okay. So replace it with negative y divided by pi into, again this will become minus y. Now you can see that pi is a constant, so take it out from the limit. So 1 by pi into limit y tends to 0, sine of minus y by minus y. Now again sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So you will get minus 1 by pi into limit y tends to 0 minus sine y by minus y. Negative gets cancelled. So now this is in the form minus 1 by pi limit y tends to 0 sine y by y. So you can just see this is of this type, so that you can just replace this with 1. So it is minus, from where I got minus, okay, I don't have any minus, 1 by pi into 1. So it is 1 by pi. Okay. Clear? Question number 16 is limit x tends to 0 cos x by pi minus x. So the foremost thing is you have to just replace the value of x and just check whether you are getting 0 by 0 form or not. If you are not getting, you can just replace the value and find out the answer. So first we will just see, if it is cos 0, the value is 1. Again here you will have pi minus 0, which is not 0 in the denominator also. So we can use the direct method, that is just replace the value of x with 0, which will give you cos 0 1 by pi minus 0, it is pi. So the answer is 1 by pi. Question number 17 is limit x tends to 0 cos 2x minus 1 divided by cos x minus 1. Again when you replace, you will get cos, this will become cos 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0. So again this is in the form 0 by 0. So we need to simplify it, or you can just use the formula if you know anything like that. Okay, just simplify and make it in a manner so that it is not in 0 by 0 form. Okay, so first what we are doing is, we know that 1 minus cos 2x is having a formula which is 2 sine square x, right? So we'll just make it as numerator and denominator as taking a negative out and writing it as 1 minus cos 2x by 1 minus cos x. So the negative which I have taken out gets cancelled and it becomes 1 minus cos 2x by 1 minus cos x. Now 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square x, means 1 minus cos x will be 2 sine square, its angle will become x by 2. Whatever you have here x, so its half is here. So if you have x here, it will become x by 2 here. Okay, now we will just replace the formula. So it becomes limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos 2x will give you 2 sine square x divided by 1 minus cos x will become 2 sine square x by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. Now this limit x tends to 0, sine square x can be written as sine x the whole square divided by sine square x by 2. Now why I am doing like this is, here the angle is x, here it is x by 2. So if I write sine x, you can use sine 2x. What is the formula for sine 2x? Sine 2x is same as 2 sine x cos x. So if I have sine x, I can write it as 2 sine x by 2 cos x by 2. So this is what I am going to use. So here what you will get, limit x tends to 0, sine x the whole square. So instead of sine x, I am writing 2 sine x by 2 cos x by 2 the whole square divided by what I have in the denominator, sine square x by 2. Now this is limit x tends to 0. Here this will give you 4 sine square x by 2 cos square x by 2 divided by sine square x by 2. So I can just cancel these two. The remaining part is limit 4 can be taken out because it is a constant. So 4 into limit x tends to 0 cos square x by 2. Now if I replace x with 0, I will get cos square 0. Cos 0 is 1. So 1 square 1. So it is 4 into 1, which is 4. So the answer is 4. Question number 18 is limit x tends to 0 ax plus x cos x divided by b sin x. So again, if you replace with 0, it will become 0 plus here again 0 divided by again sin 0 0. So you will get 0 by 0 form. This again in the 0 by 0 form. So direct method you cannot apply here. So now what we are doing, we are just splitting this denominator to both the numerators separately. That is limit x tends to 0 ax by b sin x plus x cos x by b sin x. Okay. Now a by b is a constant and I can rewrite this as a by b. I am taking out limit x tends to 0. This will become 1 by sin x by x, correct? So denominator will act as numerator. So that denominator I have written below the or in the denominator of sin x, so that it becomes like you can just apply that limit to this one. That's why. Okay. Now plus here you have 1 by b is a constant. Now this can be again written as, I am just writing 1 by sin x by x cos x. So this will give you the same thing. Now for the next thing, so limit is like this. Okay. Now 1 by b, I can write like this, again giving the limit to this part. B will be taken out in the next one. So a by b limit, I will just give this limit to the denominator. So this will become limit x tends to 0 sin x by x plus 1 by b can be taken out, and here what I am doing is sin by cos can be made as tan x. So I can write 1 by tan x by x, or else you can here separately give, okay, this can be, these two can be combined, that is x by sin x can be combined and written like this in this form, sin x by x, and cos x as a separate thing. So cos x will also give you the limit. When you apply the limit, it will give you limit x tends to 0 cos x will give you cos 0, which is 1, and the other thing will be giving you 1. Or else you can just do like this, so that you know that limit x tends to 0 tan x by x is also 1, right? So we are applying two limits here, which is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is 1 and limit x tends to 0 tan x by x is equal to 1. So here you will get a by b into 1 plus 1 by b into 1. This limit can be given in the denominator also, right? So you can just write like this, 1 by, okay. So this is a by b plus 1 by b, which is equal to a plus 1 by b. Clear? Question number 19 is limit x tends to 0 x sec x. So here actually if you just rewrite and give directly, it will be easy. That is, I am just making sec x as cos x. So then I can again replace the limit. Here it is actually x by cos x, and if you are replacing the limit, are you getting 0 by 0 form? Here it will be 0 in the numerator, but the denominator will be giving you cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this is not in the 0 by 0 form. That means you can just replace the value, which will become 0 by cos 0, which is 0 by 1 or 0. So in that case you can just directly apply. Okay. Question number 20 is limit x tends to 0 sin ax plus bx whole divided by ax plus sin bx, and here a, b and a plus b are not equal to 0, that is given. Okay, now why that is given we will just tell after this process. Now first thing is, when we replace x with 0, you are getting this term to be 0, 0, so the numerator 0, here again 0. So it is in the form, that is this limit which they have given, sin ax plus bx by ax plus sin bx is in the form 0 by 0 when you replace the limit directly. So first thing which we are doing is we are just throughout dividing with ax, because here you have an angle ax and we are just here you have remaining, we will just get, okay, we will just see what happens. Divide the numerator as well as the denominator by ax. So you will get limit x tends to 0 sin ax by ax plus bx by ax whole divided by ax plus sin bx by ax. Okay, so we have divided with ax each term. Now here if we apply, again we know that the sum of the limit is equal to limit of the sum, so that you can just replace the limit to each of the terms separately. Again, if you have a fraction, a quotient of the limit is equal to limit of the quotient, there also you can give directly separately for all the terms, right? So this will become limit x tends to 0 sin ax by ax plus limit x tends to, actually here what happens is bx by ax, x will go, so no need to have that limit in this term, but since we are applying the property we are just giving it to each term. Okay, x tends to 0 ax by ax, that is again 1 plus limit x tends to 0 sin bx by ax. Again in this term, if you have bx here, you should get the denominator also to be bx, so we are just dividing and multiplying with bx in this term. Okay, so bx into bx by ax you already have here, so bx and bx get cancelled, means the same question, right? Now this term is actually, you can just replace it with 1. This is not necessary that we have written here, these things are necessary. Okay, so this will give you this as 1 plus here you have, again you have only a constant here, this is b by a, so limit is not applicable here because you don't have any x term there, so 1 plus b by a in the numerator. Here again this 2 get cancelled, that means it is 1 plus here again this is 1, limit x tends to 0 sin bx by bx is 1, here again x get cancelled, so here again you will get b by a as the term. So now if I'm either I can get just cancel and write it as 1, or else if I am taking LCM, what will happen is a plus b here you will get, and here you will again get a plus b by a, right? So a plus b is not equal to 0, a is not equal to 0, means this term is not equal to 0 by 0 form, that's why we are just taking that for the existence of this limit, so that you will get it to be 1. From here itself you can just make it as 1. Okay, so the limit value is 1. Just I have written this in order to show that why they have given these conditions. Question number 21 is limit x tends to 0 cosec x minus cot x. Now again if you directly replace, it will become cosec 0 minus cot 0. Cosec 0 again will give you not defined, here again not defined, so that we are not directly applying. Now we will just simplify this or change cosec as 1 by sin x minus cot is cos by sin, so cos x by sin x. Now taking the LCM will give you in the numerator 1 minus cos x. Again 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x, so 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. So we are just replacing this, and sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x, so sin x can be written as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. So these are the two things which are using here. This will become limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2 divided by sin x can be written as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. So that 2 gets cancelled and 1 sin x by 2 gets cancelled. Limit x tends to 0 sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is equal to limit x tends to 0 tan x by 2. Now if you replace the value of x with 0, you will get tan 0, right? And tan 0 is 0. So here the thing is, even if it is x tends to 0 and you are not applying any property, otherwise if you are having any x here, you could have made it as tan x by 2 by x by 2, and this limit can also be made as x by 2 tends to 0. But here you don't have any denominator, you can just replace x with 0, so that the answer is 0. Question number 22 is limit x tends to pi by 2 tan 2x by x minus pi by 2. So here when you replace with pi by 2, you will get tan 2 into pi by 2, which is tan pi, so that is numerator 0, denominator again is pi by 2 minus pi by 2, 0. So it is in the form 0 by 0. Now again, when you have tan function, what you need to make is the limit should also tend to 0, and whatever you are getting here should be in the denominator. That is, we are just going to compare with this. Limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is equal to 1. This is what we know. So in order to apply that, what we are doing is put here again x tends to pi by 2 is given. So in order to make something tends to 0, we need to take pi by 2 to the left side. That is, x minus pi by 2 tends to 0 it will become. So x minus pi by 2, we are just making it as y. Okay, so that y tends to 0 it will become. X tends to pi by 2 will give you y tends to 0. So we are putting x minus pi by 2 as y. From this you can just take what you need to substitute, or this one, x minus pi by 2 is y. So as x tends to pi by 2, y tends to 0. Now what will happen to the limit? This will become limit y tends to 0 tan 2 into, what is x here? X is equal to pi by 2 plus y. Replace, instead of x, pi by 2 plus y, divided by x minus pi by 2 is again x y. Okay, so limit y tends to 0. I am taking 2 inside, so that this will become 2 into pi by 2, which is pi, plus 2 into y, 2y, divided by y. Now what is tan of 180 plus theta? Will give you tan theta, so that you can just replace here or apply this here. It will give you limit y tends to 0 tan 2y divided by y you have. Now again, in order to apply this result, here you should have 2y, right? And y tends to 0 means 2y also tends to 0. So here you need a change. For that we are just multiplying and dividing with 2 here. That means tan 2y into here 2 into 2 and by 2. So that this will become 2y. Okay. Now this is a constant, you can take it out. Limit y tends to 0 tan 2y by 2y will give you 2 into 1. The limit of this will give you 1. Therefore the value is 2. That is, the limit value is